Hello everyone, this is Professor Shihabi, the physics course instructor. The purpose of this video is to help you start the course by going over the course design and addressing the class structure, class schedule, deadlines, and the type of assignments you'll be submitting throughout this class. And hopefully we'll address some of the expectations. I hope you'll find it educational. This is here the layout of our course that you will see when you log into the class on Blackboard. Notice here the labels in the navigation menu. This is called the navigation menu of Blackboard. And you can see the navigation menu, there are specific titles, the course information here. Then here you have content and assignments related to the course. And here you have the support. So under course information, we are interested in the start here area, where basically you will see the syllabus, the course schedule, how to study, and also how to access the homework. Of course, homework will be through Mastering Physics. Here you can see it under content and assignments. You have unit number 1, and by the end of the semester, you'll have 4 units, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have unit number 1, which has the first 4 weeks, the content of the first 4 weeks of the class. That will end up with test number 1. Then you have Mastering Physics, where you'll take homework. And then you have the discussion, where you'll answer the discussion questions every 2 weeks. And then the support is how to contact me, either via email or schedule a Zoom meeting. The tutoring center, if you need extra help. And the library resources available through TCC Library. So we'll go ahead and start with the Start Here area here. If the Start Here tab, if you click on it, it will take you to the Start Here. And in the Start Here area, you'll see that there are several links, how to study. Make sure to read it well. It will walk you through how to study for this course. The course syllabus, which is basically the contract between the instructor and the students that lays down the expectation of this course and how you'll be evaluated. And then the course schedule, which has all the deadlines. And I will start with the course schedule. So if you click on it. Okay, so we are now in the course schedule, as you see here. Make sure to start by reading those notes about the type of assignments that this course has and where you can find those assignments. I'll make sure to go over that in the video as well. The course schedule has 4 columns. The first column is the week that these assignments are going to be conducted at. The due date, unless otherwise stated, so that will be the due date of all the assignments in those particular weeks, unless otherwise stated. And also the reading of the 2 weeks. You can see actually the assignments are pertinent to 2 weeks, not 1 week. For example, week 1 and 2, the assignments are due by August 29th unless otherwise stated. So you'll see that those 3 assignments are due Friday, August 20th. The other 4 assignments here, number 4, 5, 6, and 7, you don't see a date. So you should know that the due date will be the one stated here. So chapter 1 and 2 discussion will be due on Sunday, the 29th. And again, this is depend on which semester you are in. So those dates will differ whether you are in spring, fall, or in a summer semester. Then also it will state the extra credit assignments, which will be on Mastering Physics. Notice here that those abbreviation, HW stands for homework, MP stands for Mastering Physics, BB stands for Blackboard, and CH stands for chapter. So here when it says that the 2 dynamic study modules are in MP, this means in Mastering Physics area. You need to keep track with those assignments and make sure that you complete them on time. Now here, important statements about makeup policy, which is also stated in the syllabus in details. To put it briefly here, that there will be no makeup for the exams unless there is documented medical excuse. You don't have to include the reason, or you don't need to include the medical condition. I just need a paper from your medical provider that you had medical emergency and that caused you to miss the exam window. And remember, exam window is not just 1 or 2 days, it's usually 3 to 4 days. So you should have an excuse for the whole exam window. And now for the homework assignments, quizzes, discussion, and lab, you can make them up for 20% penalty per day. So for example, if the quiz is out of 20 points, if you take the quiz within 24 hours, it will be graded out of 16 instead of 20. If you take it between 24 hours and 48 hours late, it will be out of 13 points instead of 20 points, and so on. So 20% late penalty per day. Now, if there is emergency, you need to contact me ahead of time and let me know. Don't contact me after the fact. So don't email me after the deadline and tell me, well, I had an excuse and that's why I missed the test, unless it's a medical excuse. If it's medical excuse that involve you or involve a direct member in your family, like a child, a son or a daughter, a spouse, and so on, and you have documentation. And again, as I mentioned, you don't have to reveal the medical condition. I just need documentation to be fair to all the students, because the policy has to be consistent and fairly applied on everyone. And you'll see that at the end of a 2-week cycle, you'll have an assessment. This assessment could be a quiz or exam. So at the end of week 2, you'll have a quiz that will cover chapters 1 and 2. There will be 2 chapters every 2 weeks. And some chapters are longer than other chapters. So don't dedicate 1 week for particular chapter when it's short chapter. If it's short chapter, you need to do it faster. For example, in the first 2 weeks, we'll cover 2 chapters, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 1 is far shorter than chapter 2. So that's why the due date of the homework and the lab pertinent to chapter 1 is on Friday of the first week. So you should finish them within 5 days. And then you can give 9 days to complete the assignments pertinent to chapter 2 and take the quiz over chapter 1 and 2. So that's the reason I set it here on Friday. But usually in the first week, I'm lenient a little bit, like within 24 hours of the due date, and that's only applicable on the first week. If you are not able to finish the assignments on Friday and you need 1 extra day, like 24 hours to complete them, email me and let me know. And this is especially for those of you who enrolled late. So always refer to this document, make sure you look at it and plan ahead of time to take the quiz and the exams on their due date. And the window for the quiz and the exam, especially the exam, the window is short, like 3 days maximum. I have most of the assignments available early, but for the exam, you have usually short window in order to maintain the integrity of the exam. You don't have to come to campus. You can take the exam online, but you have to turn on your cam and use responders, lockdown responders, in order to record the exam. Of course, you are expected to work on your own. You are not supposed to use the internet or ask any person while taking the exam. You can look at equations, but all the exams are timed, so you don't have time to study while you are taking the exam. Meaning studying should take place before the exam, not during the exam. And exams, you'll see actually in the syllabus that they are the high-stake assignments. They have a bigger weight than the quizzes or the homework. The quizzes and the homework have unlimited time, and even they have 2 attempts. You can submit the quiz more than once. You can submit the homework more than once. But for the exam, it's only 1 attempt at this time. So the quiz is supposed to prepare you for the exam, the homework, the labs, and the discussion. All those assignments are supposed to prepare you for the high-stake exams. And we have 4 exams total. We have exam at the end of week 4. We have exam at the end of week 8. And we have exam at the end of week 12. And then the final exam will be on the last week of the class. And the final exam will be comprehensive, but you will have a review that will prepare you well for the final exam.